Ready for the most thrown together episode ever?
Let's do it.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and welcome to episode 20, the big 2-0 of the Log Pod, covering the League of Ordinary Gentlemen. This is a somber episode this morning as we're recording this. Hey, boys.
Hello. I am
We
sad.
are mourning the death of season 1. But that's a later problem. That's the end of the podcast problem.
Yes.
As is episode 20, we're looking to do a little look back, little reaction, shall we say, to our
Yep.
earlier episodes, aka our draft episode, and we're even going to do our predictions episode, and we're going to look back and see how wrong we were.
We were pretty far off in the beginning of the year.
You know, all I'm going to say is I have a way out. I didn't know any of these teams before this season, so I have an excuse. What's yours?
Fantasy football's unpredictable? Question mark.
Fair enough. Mr. Snake, you're quiet in the corner. Are you just crying over there? What's going on?
No,
He's still mad about losing to Big Boy Club and then losing
no,
to
I'm
me.
not. No, I'm
He's
not.
over it.
I'm
He's like,
over it.
It's been a
I've
month.
been over it. I was over it before the game started, dude.
But anyway, I guess I kind of hinted at it. Mr. Melka, what are we doing today?
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the draft breakdown and our predictions episodes. And we're gonna cut them up and we're gonna laugh at ourselves for being stupid.
I was completely correct about everything. I don't know what you're on about.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
I don't know about completely correct. That seems like a bit of a stretch.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out in the predictions episode something along the lines of, I think I'm gonna be the worst team in the league.
Yeah, I think
That
all
was
of
the
that.
best one. What are you talking about?
I think you're bullshitting me.
Never.
But I'm gonna be honest, this draft breakdown, I'm pretty excited to see how wrong we were on some players because I'm sure we were.
Either way, as we get into this first draft breakdown video, all I want to make a comment on before we start this is it's been out for 4 months and we're blowing up. We got 46 views.
views.
Holy shit.
46 views and
I'll
2
be
likes.
honest,
Man, we are making some change.
looking at this screen, I'm actually 46, 30, 26, 20, 35, 41, 25, 17, 16, 17, 41 for
Hell
week
yeah,
9.
week 9 was a pop-up.
And then we
10,
got
12, 13, 12, 18, 12, 6, 12.
wow, nobody gave a fuck about the semifinals.
Although, I'm curious to know what it would be for our Spotify listens as well. Because I know Spotify kind of kicked off towards the second half of the season.
I can see how in the end, if people were getting bored of us.
Yeah, that too. But, you guys ready to get into the draft breakdown?
Fucking hit it.
Let's do it. Hello, and welcome in to the first
We were all
podcast
together.
for the
That's
League
right.
of
We were all in
Ordinary
the same place.
Gentlemen,
Huh?
the Log Pod. I'm Kyle,
$90
the manager
Amazon
of Little
headset
Melka.
setup.
Joined with me are
Amazon, sponsored by
Austin,
Amazon.
manager of Toilet
Sponsored by
Snakes,
Amazon.
and the host from now on, my good friend Jay.
First team we got up is Deflated. Boys, take it
No
away. What
intro
stood
music?
out to you? What didn't stand out? Who was your
That's
top
wild.
people in his draft?
Deflated didn't do anything that really caught my eye. Outside of Marvin
That
Harrison,
aged
but
well.
at 101, that's the obvious
Marvin
pick, so
Harrison.
I'm not going to give him too much
That
props
also
for that.
didn't age well.
But I definitely feel like he didn't do anything to hurt his team, which is good. Leggett, he took kind of early at 201, but, you know, if you like your guy, you like your guy. I just think he needed to take a
Agree with that.
quarterback
Did
that's
he even do anything?
feasible and
And it's number
get
62
over Russell
on the
Wilson
year.
already.
And you don't think that Drake May is that?
Not right now. I feel like he's deflated actually in a weird
Drake
win
May,
now mode,
dog.
and he drafted for the future.
I do like the Tyrone Tracy pick. I don't know
That
if
actually
he'll
kinda
be
aged well.
much this year,
Kind of.
but
yeah.
I think Devin Singletary is not the answer at running back for the Giants, and I think he has a very real shot of being the RB1 on that team this year.
He wasn't great after the
If
bye
not
week
this year,
though.
definitely next year. And
Just
I
reading the
think
fucking
he,
paper. That's
you
all we're
know,
doing.
Oh yeah.
he's
that's fair.
definitely trying
Which,
to
you know,
build
little
that up
side note
to
for
not
anyone
be in
listening,
a
we
win
did
now
have
mode
scripts
and
every
gonna-
week, but I think we listened to it less and less. We even followed it less and less as the year went on. We got to a point where like we're just gonna
Our-
wing this episode.
It's-
Our scripts got better. Our scripts got better throughout the season, and we stopped
We
following
used
them
them
more
less.
and more.
Stopped using them. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree, but I feel like he could definitely win now if he wanted to.
Well,
Oh
on-
on
God.
that note, we'll get
Ooh.
moving here. Next
Oh,
up, we got
God.
one of our
Hold on, who did you
Pause
say?
it. What the
Who did you
fuck?
say would win now?
Do we need to
Holy
rewind a little bit? What just
shit.
happened?
I said he could win now if he wanted to. He didn't even make the playoffs. Ooh.
I don't know if I agree, but I feel like he could definitely win now if he wanted to.
Oh, you know what? Hold up. You know what? I knew it. I know what I meant. I know what I meant. Because he drafted for the future. That's why I said it. He seemed to draft for the future, and if he drafted for win now, he could have done it. I don't agree with that now. I do not agree with that now, but I see what I meant.
On that note, we'll get moving here. Next up, we got one of our lovely co-hosts,
Oh
Mr.
yeah.
Toilet Snake.
It's me.
Yeah, boy.
How
That's
about
a lot of
you?
rookies.
How about you cover your draft first, then we'll have our take.
Yeah, it's a lot of rookies, but have you seen my team? I'm gonna say this is first of
Oh, no.
all, me picking my 14 keepers was the hardest thing I've ever done. Not because I had too many guys to pick, but because I didn't know who my 13th or 14th pick keeper was gonna be. My team not good. I need rookies, and I got my rookies. Maybe one too many, but I definitely got my rookies.
Can I say that you're
Pick
maybe
like-
a homer picking the Bo Nix pick?
I agree.
Actually, kind of worked out.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
that's
say
the
he's the number 8
That-
on the year.
That actually kind of worked out.
Yeah. Fuck all y'all. That was a great pick. Second round, I got my quarterback. That's crazy.
I don't think he would have fell to 402. I took him when I could, and I was gonna take Ben Sinnott if I didn't take Bo Nix there, so I got them both. So I'm not
Oh
too mad.
God, I forgot he.
I do like your
existed.
neighbor.
Ben Sinnott.
Ben Sinnott. Oh
Ben
God.
Sinnott.
Did he even have a point this year?
I don't know.
Let's see.
He had to have had one reception.
He had 17 points on the year.
Ooh.
Nice. All right.
First pick though. I think he could be something depending on how Daniel Jones plays up there in New York. But that's a good
Oof.
pick at 101 or 102. Sorry, in my opinion.
I got two questions.
Malik Neighbors didn't care.
Walk
about
me
how bad
through your
Daniel
Brian
Jones was.
Hold
Thomas
up.
pick and walk me through your Jermaine Burton pick.
I don't
Hold
know
up.
why you
Go
don't
back.
like Brian.
Go back. Go back. Go back. I need to absolutely slam you for this one.
Me?
No, not you,
me
Kyle.
For questioning Brian Thomas.
Fair enough.
Play it.
I got two questions. Walk me through your Brian Thomas pick and walk me through your Jermaine Burton pick.
Burton was a good question because he didn't do shit.
I
Brian
wasn't supposed
Thomas.
to pick him.
Brian
I wasn't
Thomas,
supposed to
I
pick him.
understand.
Yeah,
Brian Thomas, I know that you're gonna wreck me for right here.
you should not have even began questioning that. That was a great pick to begin with, and I did not expect him to be the number 4 receiver on the year. But it was a great fucking pick before that even happened. And you're like,
I just said
That
walk me
guy.
through it. I just said walk me
okay,
through
whatever.
I don't know
Whatever.
why you don't like Brian Thomas. He's gonna be the one there easily.
You
He's
think?
for sure. He's if he wakes his ass up,
Yeah,
he's gonna be
think?
Jamar Chase level.
We'll move on to next up. We got high class dumpster
Would you give me an A?
divers.
Would you give me an A? Hold up.
Yeah.
Come on.
Today I would probably give you an A.
All right, there it is.
I'd give you
All
an
right.
A minus because of the Burton pick.
You.
First off, I'm gonna say, as a guy who watched the last year's college bowl games, I love the Roma Dunze pick. That's just me though. Boys, take it
Ooh.
away.
That didn't really work. out.
I'm gonna
What?
start
It's
here. Our
fine.
little friend High Class is kind of like our Atlanta Falcons.
He's not keeping him
Uh,
apparently.
You know, they never fail to take a weird pick. They
I'll take it.
always pick a really, really cool guy. And I'm not gonna say I think that overall their players are good players. I do not think they drafted for their needs at all, which is why I gave them a C. They needed to take a running back here, and they took shots at RB3s on their team. I'm not impressed.
I agree. I love the players they took. I think Odunze is going to be good. I think Reed's a great pick. Brian Branch is a great pick. I do really like their picks. Their running backs are definitely questionable, though. They've got one starting running back on their team. So it's going to be interesting seeing how that shakes out for them in the long run. But I gave them a B minus.
Yeah, Brian Branch literally ended up being the only good player out of his draft.
Reed wasn't bad. What are you talking about? You got him in the second. Jaden Reed.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That was a good
I
pick.
forgot that.
But yeah, I think we kind of
His
nailed
running
that
back
one.
Sucked.
We kind of nailed that one.
Bull
High class
Express.
finished fucking 3-11. I think we nailed that one.
Yeah, it's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Pineapple Express.
Oh
Gentlemen.
shit.
Ooh.
Oh, this is. Oh no. All right.
Express, gentlemen.
I don't really hate his draft at all. I mean, he had 4 first-round picks, which is insane. Although
Still age well.
I honestly, I think he might have botched a couple of them.
Oh yeah.
He's got 3 quarterbacks now. He's got Mahomes, CJ Stroud, and Caleb Williams. I know he is
still has
trying
3
to trade one of
quarterbacks.
them. So if you guys want
He
one of
still has 3 quarterbacks. He traded
Yeah.
away Mahomes and picked
up
fucking
Richardson.
Anthony Richardson.
those quarterbacks, offer trades to Pineapple. He's very open to trades.
That did
He
happen.
picked Xavier Worthy to go with Patrick Mahomes, I think.
He's gone.
Blake Corum, I'm a little questionable on.
He's gone.
Kyron Williams was really good last year, so I don't know if he's planning on Williams being shipped out or if he thinks Corum can take over. But I do really like the Keon Coleman pick. I
finished
don't know if
the
he would have made it to
Wide receiver
104,
74.
or 204, I mean. And I do think he has a shot of being the wide receiver 1 on his team.
Fair
That
enough.
didn't age well.
Outside of that,
Yep.
he definitely took players
Oh,
that are going to help
definitely.
his team. Aiden Hutchinson, I really like in the second round. Overall, I gave him a B.
I also gave him a B.
We should have gave him a fucking
Fair
F.
enough.
Oof.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was rough.
That was yeah.
That was rough.
I think I'm gonna be honest. I was being nice because it was episode 1. I thought he completely fumbled the first round. And
Yeah,
that
I
was
mean,
right. But it was episode 1. What am I gonna say? Like, oh, you
His-
guys are
His
stupid.
best first round pick was Caleb Williams, who didn't end up as a QB1 in fantasy football, so that says a lot.
Yeah. Was that his? What? Technically, I know he had back to backs, but was that his first pick?
I don't remember. So Xavier Worthy, Caleb Williams,
Blake Corum, Keon
Blake
Coleman,
Corman, Keon
Blake
Coleman.
Cloveland.
So
Oh, he got
where are these
Aiden
gone?
in the second. That's pretty good.
Where are these gone? Corum is gone.
Coleman sucked.
Coleman
Caleb
sucked.
Was
and
okay.
Caleb was not great.
He had a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's serviceable.
Next up, we got a guy who didn't have a pick until the 3rd round. Concussors.
Oh, no. Oh, buddy.
Oh
no.
He did his best with what he had. He came
Did
into came into the
He
draft
tried.
very minimal picks, and I feel like every pick he took helped his team. He definitely took some
Calvin-
pieces he could start.
Okay, let's pause. Let's go through.
He got some running back.
All right. Who helped his team right here? Calvin? No. Gus? No. Sanders? No. Taron Johnson? No. Jermaine Johnson? No. Paulson
Adebo.
fucking Adobo. I don't know. He was good for the first half, but he got fucking season-ending injury. Singletary, I remember we're gonna talk like, oh yeah, he's gonna be a great pick for this year, but no, he sucked.
Yeah.
I don't think he has a dude. Does he have a single one of his fucking picks?
No, he still has Singletary.
Okay, he is single. He has this 11th round pick, but no one else. Oh no.
Yeah. What happened to Stafford? No, he still got Stafford.
Oh, I didn't see that he picked Stafford. I missed that one. I thought, yeah, never mind. I missed that one. I was only looking in his column. That's why. Oh, it is in his column. I'm just stupid.
Does he have the Gus bust still?
No.
It was a rough draft.
He didn't have very many picks in his
No.
defense, but he doesn't have like any of them left. So not a
That's
great
why.
draft.
That's
Not a
why
great
he
draft.
traded for my first and second round pick next year.
Yeah, he'll bounce back.
Yeah.
He'll finish with like 5 wins next
Remember, he changed his team, like
year. Oh,
his
yeah.
entire team, like 3 times in waivers.
Forgot about that. Yeah, that's true.
Overall, I think it was a decent draft. I gave him B+.
Yeah, I gave him a B+. I would have gave
He's
this
too
man
high.
an A if
Yeah,
he didn't
shoulda
have
gave him like a
what
C,
3 or 4
C
empty
minus.
bench spots
I
right
think
now.
he's got 3 empty spots.
If he filled those up, I probably would have gave him an A.
Alrighty,
What are we
and
giving
with
this
that,
guy?
we have the new boy on the block. We got Big Boy Club.
I really like this draft.
Scroll down.
Outside of the questionable
Mhm.
3rd and 4th round, his entire draft was great for what his team needed. His team is built for a win now. I think that's how he drafted. Devin Witherspoon, I think he could have gotten later, and Brandon Aubrey, a kicker in the 4th, is not a little. It's very early, especially having all 11 picks. I think you get somebody better in the 3rd round, get Witherspoon in the 4th, and I think this draft is an A+. But with that, I just give it an A.
I gave him a B because I cannot justify giving anyone who takes a kicker before the 6th round an A.
no.
I can't wait until you both are eating your words because his kicker is the best value pick in the 4th round. Just
Every
wait.
team does need a good
Just
kicker.
wait until like week, I don't know, 8 or 9.
Look.
You guys would be like, man, I shouldn't have said that.
It was
Can
that
we-
kicker, man.
No, dude. No, literally. When I played him in the fucking playoffs, that kicker put up 21 points against me. I lost by like half a point or something.
So I have to bash one thing about his draft here.
He didn't keep anyone after the 4th round. I don't think he has like any of those guys. Deontay Johnson, that sucked.
All 3 of his wide receivers sucked. Amari Cooper,
He doesn't
Deontay
have- yeah,
Johnson,
he-
and Mike
yeah.
Williams. All
Yeah,
3
you're
of his
right.
wide
No, yeah.
receivers in this draft sucked.
He's Amari still.
Yep.
Yeah, his receivers sucked. He sat at tight end for the rest of his life. Brock Bowers
Yeah.
is a dude. His kicker, as much as we made fun of it, was a good pick because it.
It worked.
Fuck you.
Edgerrin Cooper's looking good.
We have our other co-host, Little Melka.
Alright, here
Sir,
we go,
please
Kyle.
let us know about your opinion of your draft.
I gave myself a B+. I was not as biased as my co-host over here.
He was humble. He was humble.
Sure. Dallas Goedert,
We
Well, your
started
draft's
we started the humble game week fucking 1.
Week fucking
Yeah, we
0,
did.
baby.
Yeah, we fucking.
I
Not
think
regular
I still
season.
like
Like
Goddard,
regular
but I
season
think
-2.
I could have gotten him later or gotten a better tight end.
Your draft
um,
kind of sucked.
So I'm still debating on that one whether that's a good pick or not.
J.K. Dobbins was
Uh,
great.
Linebacker.
That's the
Other than
only
that, I
pick.
really needed defense, and I got a lot of defense, and I
Goddard
got
was
a
good
lot of
before
good
he got
players at
hurt.
defense.
Do you have a single
um,
one of your defensive
Granderson's
players
really
still?
good. I think my depth pieces on offense,
No,
Dobbins
no,
and Sutton being
no.
my RB5 and wide receiver 5 are great depth pieces. So, yeah, I think it's all right. I gave myself B+, like I said.
I gave you an A. I'm gonna be real.
Oh
with
my
you.
God.
I think you're a little too humble.
I
Depending on
called it.
how Dobbins works out, I might give you an A+. But you filled all the holes you needed, and you took some shots at receiver and running back, and I like the boldness. I liked it.
Next up, we have my
Yeah, J.K. Dobbins is the only good player out of that draft.
personal
J.K.
favorite
Dobbins is the only
name
player you
of
still
any
have out of
team
that
in
draft.
the entire league. T-Rex bitches, gentlemen.
I was personally really impressed and kind of shocked. He got both of my top rookie running backs
Oh
in
god,
the
that
first
aged
and the
like
second.
fucking
So
milk.
props to you.
Yeah, it did.
Outside
Neither
of that,
of them
he
did
took
anything. Jordan Brooks,
a bunch
Jonathan
of defensive
Brooks
guys to
fucking
fill
tore the ACL
holes.
again.
He's in a win now mode, so not shocking. The only thing I didn't like was him picking up guys he just dropped and that he wanted
Buda
like a
Baker was a
first
good
round pick
pick.
for, and he got him in like the 5th. But you know,
Yeah, he doesn't have any of his players left.
Buda Baker
Yeah, that's about it.
and Minka. He still has Minka, doesn't he? No,
No.
no. And he wanted a first round pick for him.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, it's not a great draft.
That was not a good draft at all.
End zone gods.
I like this draft. I like the Rico Dowdle pick in the 3rd round. I think
Fucking
he's
Rico Dowdle
probably
pick.
the
Why
best
is
shot
that the
for.
Why is that the one that I pointed out that I liked?
One?
That's the one player I pointed out that I liked. That
His draft. Rico Dowdle's pretty good.
Yup.
He's gonna do something this year.
To be the
Um,
starting running back in Dallas.
They didn't even have a fucking single running back. Okay, first of all, I want to start criticism. Lad McConkey was a great pick.
Yes.
However, he dropped him.
Yep.
That's rough. And of course, Pineapple ended up with him. Jaden Daniels, obviously a great pick, future
Yep.
star. Outside of Jaden Daniels and Lad McConkey, his draft sucked. Evan Williams ain't bad in the 11th. That's actually a pretty good pick for there, but he doesn't have McConkey anymore. So you got your quarterback. Congrats, bud.
Yep.
That's about it.
I gave him a B+.
I gave Endzone a B.
Next up, we got Diamond Dogs. What stood out to you? I'm gonna say right now, Ezekiel Elliott in 3rd round, probably miss.
It
I'm gonna
was.
say it right now. Might
Yeah.
make some enemies with that.
Jordan made a
Probably
right call.
It was a
Probably
great
missed.
call.
It
Too bad
was a
Probably
great
miss.
call. This is a great call.
But unless it's a 1-yard touchdown run, it ain't gonna happen.
Can I rebuttal?
Sure.
You know that year Jamal Williams had, where he had like 20 goal line touchdowns? That's gonna be Zeke this year.
I'm telling you, that's the only. They
I
better
was
hope
wrong.
that that's what he gets.
Just
and that no other
a
running
bit
back takes his
outside on
spot.
that prediction.
You also
I was wrong. Dude, this draft sucks. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Ray Davis is probably the only pick that did anything. And he's the running back 2 on the team.
Yeah, this is rough.
That's a really bad draft. Sorry, bud. Good luck this year with your 12 first-round picks.
for him. Other than that, I thought it was a good draft for a win now team. I
We
gave
were
him a
being
B.
way too nice to everybody.
Yes, we were.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
right now, and he currently has both backups for Dallas. I don't know how that's going to work out for him. I guess he can take the winning back, whoever's better. Good luck, I guess. Ray Davis.
Good
in
luck,
the-
I guess.
with the
Oh
210.
yeah, he's got Dalvin Cook too.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Ray Davis at the 210. I don't see him panning out much. I'm pretty high on James Cook, but if you think Ray Davis is going to outtake him, I mean, take your shot. Respect. Outside of that, he didn't do
Respect.
anything to
Respect.
hurt his team, but he's very much in a win now mode, so.
That didn't work. That didn't age well.
Alrighty, next up we got Barn
I mean, he
Burners.
tanked his team, so we'll never really know.
Papa Melka here just wanted to take nothing but the D. And he got his D. He definitely filled his holes with some D. He got the defense, and for some reason, Kirk Cousins in the 5th when he's got Josh Allen. I mean, you want your 1 week filler at QB. Maybe Kirk Cousins will come to full strength at that point. Sure,
Lol.
maybe that'll help you. Little underrated. I actually really like the Jalen Polk free agent pickup he had. Other than that, nothing
didn't age
too
well.
striking. So I give
I
him
mean,
a
it was
B+.
a free agent pickup.
I gave him an A-.
12th round
He
pick.
filled every hole he had with the D.
We're so demonetized. We're so demonetized.
I mean, Jared Verse was a great pick.
Yeah,
That was a great pick.
he got the D.
Last but not least, we got Slap Yo Mama. Gentlemen, let's wrap this
We gave
draft
him
up.
so much shit.
Oh If-
God.
Nick Chubb doesn't come back, Jerome Ford at 112 is a great pick. I don't know the status of Chubb right now, so I don't know the status of that pick.
He's at least 4 weeks out.
Okay, so he'll be good for a bit. Deshaun Watson, I'm not a big fan of. Braylon Allen, I'm not a big fan of. He's gonna be behind Brees Hall. Bucky Irving, I actually think is an underrated pick. I don't think
That
the
one actually
coaching
worked
staff
out.
in Tampa Bay likes White, so
Bucky
I
Irving
think there's
actually
a
worked out.
chance
I know
that
it
he
did.
pulls
That was a
out.
great pick. in the fourth.
Other than that, I really like his Jameson
Go
Williams
back to the
pick.
draft
So,
board.
yeah, I gave him a B minus. He
Scroll
filled some
through
other
stats on your
stuff,
phone. Jesus
other
Christmas.
random needs that he had, but I think the Jameson Williams pick is going to be a huge one for him.
Yeah, it was
I'm gonna
actually
be
pretty good
mean.
before he caught him.
I would have hated this draft if it went to any other team, but Slap Your
That's
Mama's
fair.
gonna slap your mama for the next 5 years.
he's
He's in a position to win
like
it,
shit.
no matter who he takes. So
Slap
he
your
can
mama
take it
didn't
when I
slap much
say
this year, that's for sure.
Nope. He
No.
made the playoffs at least. In the second half of the season, he looked like he was going
He-
to start slapping people's mamas again.
You know what? You're right. He did make the playoffs. He did not. Okay. Looking back, he didn't have the worst draft. There's not many good drafts here. I guess I'm just realizing how hard it is to draft pretty good.
Yeah.
Bucky Irving in the fourth is clearly the
That's-
highlight.
Yeah, that's the best pick for sure.
Deshaun Watson, that was a great pick. That was
Mhm.
fantabulous.
That one aged
What a-
well.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Bucky Irving,
Jets
I
just
don't
ended
think
up
it's going to
sucking.
translate to the NFL terribly well. Deshaun Watson,
That the
Bucky Irving take
the
was
Bucky
great.
Irving take.
why?
Deshaun
I-
Watson, why? Yep.
I
Deshaun
do
Watson.
really like the Jameson
why?
Williams pick, but other than that, I do not like this draft. I'm sorry, I gave you a C minus.
I say, is the C minus your lowest grade?
It's
You
my
giving
lowest
out?
grade.
Yeah.
Man,
But it
we
doesn't matter.
gotta get a trophy for that.
It doesn't matter because he's gonna win it again anyway.
But good take. bud.
Alrighty, and that concludes our draft recap, gentlemen. We got through it. It was a minute, but
Thank God.
man,
Over.
I am looking forward to this year. How about
Get
you?
one more, Jordan.
It's over.
All right, Kyle, real quick. Who had the
Yeah.
best draft? Who had the best draft?
Oh man.
There's no old man. There's one person who had the best draft.
Yeah, it was probably you.
Thank God. You're goddamn right. Who had the worst draft? Dude, there were so many not
There-
great drafts.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Pineapple.
drafts here with only one person left.
So do
It
we want to?
It might be
Because
pineapple.
He fumbled.
Yeah.
He fumbled 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Do we give it to Pineapple,
I
or do we
think-
give it to someone who doesn't have a single one of their players yet left?
I think we give it to the guy who fumbled 4 first-round picks.
All right, yeah, that's probably fair. Yeah, you probably got to give it to him.
You just gotta.
You gotta. Yeah, you gotta. You can't fumble 4 first-round picks.
Just for shits and gigs, we're going to look through our predictions podcast episode, which I believe was episode 2.
Yep.
Just to see how off we all were, because I got a feeling that we didn't predict well.
No. No, we did not.
Alrighty, first off
So
on
excited.
the docket for today, we have our team predictions for the year. Mr. Malka, how about you lead us off with your first team that you can choose from?
First team that I got up is Diamond Dogs. He is
Oh.
for sure a contender. He's been one of the best teams in the league for the last
Already
couple
didn't
years,
gauge well.
and I think he's probably
Starting
getting close to his age out season.
And
But
that's the start of it all.
This is
That's the
the
start of it
most
all.
important statement that happened all season.
The most influential sentence that has ever been spoken in the League of Ordinary Gentlemen. Jesus Christ.
This one take completely altered the course of 2 teams in this league.
right now, with Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, I really think that he can win it this year and possibly next year.
Yeah, it's obvious that
Nick is going to be a contender, but I think he's definitely hitting his limit. Probably this or next year is going to be, unless he starts drafting for the future, but easily a contender.
Nope.
We altered
were
the course of this
separate.
league with those statements.
I'll move on to Slap Your Mama. Like I said in the last episode, he's ready to slap your mama for 5 years.
That didn't
Easily
work out.
contender. Might win it again this year. We'll see.
No.
No.
But
No.
there's no question about it.
Next up, I've got T-Rex bitches. I think he is a playoff contender, or playoff hopeful. He has a really strong starting lineup. His depth is a little questionable, though. I
fair.
think he'll be in the playoffs, though.
This is going to be our first disagreement. I think T-Rex here is definitely a contender. I think his depth is underrated, but he's definitely a contender. Moving on, I'm going to go to the new guy.
Damn, I was more
Big
high
boy
on him
club.
than you, and I sound
Right.
like I'm in like a cave.
Yeah, our audio was bad the first two
Yeah,
episodes.
apparently.
New guy, big boy club.
Big
He
boy
had-
club.
He had the favorite of the draft, probably, arguably. Everyone loved him. Oh my god, he did great, except for he drafted a kicker in the 4th. You know, it's hard to say that 4 guys in the same division are going to be contenders, but he's got to be up there. He's in the same
I mean,
spot
that
as
aged pretty well.
Diamond Dogs, where he's probably got.
Yeah, we did say 4 guys were gonna be contenders in the in your
Yeah.
division. We just
Yep.
got one of them wrong.
We just got one of them wrong.
Bunch of old running backs, but you know he's there to make a push this year for sure.
And he
Yeah, I
sure as
agree.
hell
I
did.
think I
Yeah.
think he's definitely a playoff contender. Next up, I've got Pineapple Express, and I think this is the first team I have listed as on the outside looking in.
Which
But
was more
he,
than correct.
as you'll hear later in our interview,
Yeah.
he's definitely pushing for next year and then the future on. This year is going to be a bit rough for him, as he will say admittedly. He's always looking to trade. He actually just put his quarterbacks on the trading block. He's looking for a running back, so make an offer.
he got his running backs.
Yeah, he did. And he still had 2 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the same as me, but we'll get to me later. He just drafted for the future, and his starting lineup's not terrible. But
No.
everyone else in the division's so strong that he's probably going to miss the playoffs. Like me, who we're going to get to right now. Very, very similar situation where we just drafted for the future, had multiple first-round picks, and drafted for the future. Not a bad starting lineup for Toilet Snake either, me. But the division's so tough. I don't see either Pineapple or me making the playoffs.
I was just too scared of the competition. That's what happened there.
Too scared of the competition, went 11-3.
It's 11-3. Yeah, it was it's a great year. No one expected it. I clearly was the only one to expect it.
Did you okay?
No.
Says the one who
Yeah.
literally just said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna make the playoffs."
No, no.
I've got you on the outside looking in for sure.
Hey,
It was
all
not
I'm gonna
good
say
'cause
is
they
you
went
get
to
the
Drew Lock and then
podcast
it was good
bonus,
again.
That's got to be like what, plus 15?
It-
Because you're on the podcast.
We're bringing up the podcast bonus in week 2.
Oh my god. That's
So
funny.
you won't be the worst.
No, absolutely not.
I wasn't the worst.
All right,
We're
next
not the
up, we got
worst.
the next division.
of the pack.
Starting at the top, Barn Burners. Very good offense with young talent everywhere.
This is your
Um,
dynasty take.
I
isn't it?
hate to say this,
Yeah.
Austin.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Here it
I think
comes.
he's starting a new dynasty. I think he's going to be good for a
God
long
damn
time.
it.
You think so?
I do.
He filled his holes with the D man, and he won a
And he-
championship for it.
Didn't keep any of those guys.
He's definitely a contender this year, probably the next year, but I don't know about his running back situation. His receivers obviously are good. T. Higgins,
don't like
we'll see what
Bijan?
happens there. Bijan is the only running back that I really like, but
3 top 10 running backs. I don't like his
Yeah.
running back situation.
I don't know where I was thinking there. 'Cause I really like James Cook. I always have. I really like Kyron. The only thing I can think of is like Sean McVay really likes to just dump his running backs when they're good and then just move on to a different guy. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
James Cook being a 5th round pick, like usually people move on from them, I guess. That's
Yeah.
the only thing I could think of. But yeah, that was a
That was
a
bad
horrible take. That was a really bad take. I can't believe I said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely the next 2 years, I think
Higgins.
he could go for it.
All I'm gonna say on that note with this particular team is that if they are building a dynasty, I think we have to look into some collusion issues.
Already looking at collusion week 2. Good call, Jay. Good take.
Don't fuck.
Fucking damn right. Being the person in charge here, I think we're gonna have to start investigating that a little bit.
You know, the
if there is
two
something
guys
brewing.
in charge, the 2 guys in charge are probably going to win their division. So that is a little
Wow,
suspect.
what the fuck?
You were half right.
Yeah, that was half right.
But
But
I was
way too high on
little
slab.
curious about that.
I mean, careful what you say. You might disappear one day.
Oh my god.
The mafia,
I have to
man.
live with the guy.
Well,
Shush.
I no
That
longer
didn't
have
age
to live
well.
with the guy. I no longer have to live with the guy.
We might say you might meet your end, like end zone gods. We're going to talk about here. Ooh, you see that?
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, nice job.
Great.
nice
The transitions.
Great transition.
Yeah, it's really that division's so weak, but not really. It's okay, but his team is so on the line for me. I don't know. I'm gonna say he's on
It
the
was
outside
on the
looking
line.
in, or no, not outside looking in. The other one, middle one. What was that one?
Chance of playoffs. Good chance of playoffs.
Playoff hopefuls. He's gonna
Yes.
be a playoff hopeful.
was a really
I
good
think
take.
he'll
Someone didn't do
make
their
it.
Homework.
I didn't do.
7-7. Just outside the playoffs.
That was a really good take.
Good take.
Yeah, I've got him as a playoff hopeful as well. I think if he makes some good moves this year, he'll be in the playoffs with a shot.
Started 4-2, started hot, crashed afterwards. I mean, that was a pretty good take.
Next up, we have myself, Little Melka. I
Comes a
love
humble
my
game.
wide receivers. You cannot have them unless you pay me a lot.
Damn.
Traded
That
away
age.
one of my wide receivers, although I got a better one. You still cannot have them.
Although I will not be participating in the crackhead trades, as you will hear later.
Fucking lies.
That was a
Hey,
lie.
the Jamar Chase trade was not a crackhead trade.
It was a crackhead trade,
It was
dude.
not a crackhead trade. It was
That
a good
was a
trade.
crackhead-
That was a good
that was-
trade.
Yeah, but like he had to be on crack to like write that one up. That was crazy.
That was a good trade.
But anyways,
Have them.
I love my great older receivers. I think I've got solid RBs. I'm hopeful on my quarterback. So I like my offense. I believe I have playoff hopes, and I hope to be a contender these next couple of years. But we shall see. I think my timeline is very tied with Tyreek.
Hopefully that changes with Jamar Chase.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I think you're definitely a contender this year, easily. You're definitely looking a little like you should push for it right now.
Yeah.
But you're
Right.
definitely a contender. Concussors,
Sucks.
you can always
Did you say sucked?
I did say sucks.
be a contender with Jamar Chase, but he doesn't have
No longer has Jamar Chase.
There it is.
There it is.
much other than Jamar Chase, unfortunately. He did have a pretty good draft for what he had, so I think he definitely is going to make the playoffs. I don't think he's going to go
What
very
the
deep
fuck?
at
Oh
all.
my
but-
god. To be fair, he didn't have Jamar Chase anymore. All right. To be fair, he got rid of
Oof.
Jamar Chase. I'm sure that take changed right when he got rid of him.
Oof.
Wow, that's rough. Make the playoffs. Wow.
I like
Yep.
to see him make the playoffs.
I agree with you. His running
Oh.
backs are.
I agreed with you. Well, That's unfortunate.
With the right moves, I think he could be at the playoffs.
Yeah, that aged like fucking milk.
Next, we've got Deflated Balls. He's got solid running backs and older receivers that are looking to bounce back off of bad seasons last year.
One of them did. Terry
Which one?
McLaurin had a good year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. Personally, I don't think he'll get the old Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin receivers back, the guys that used
He
to be
got
really
McLaurin
good.
back.
So I think he's going to be on
Yeah,
the
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 outside
other two
looking
did
in.
not.
He drafted for future when he should have drafted for now. I think all of his starting guys are really old, and he should have grabbed a couple more just to plug in. I think he could have made it to the playoffs, but he's definitely gonna be outside looking in. High class. I gave him
takes.
a
Good
fair
takes.
amount of crap for his draft. He definitely did not draft for his needs. I think in the future he could definitely make something out of this team, but right now he's got a lot of holes to plug, so he's gonna be on the outside looking in for me.
Yeah, I agree. He's on the outside looking in.
He literally only has one top 10 guy on his whole team, and it's Brian Branch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had rough. He had a rough
They
season.
might need a couple years or a couple splash trades to bounce back.
Yeah.
Who you think is
I
our
am
overall
professional
winner
over
for the
here,
year?
okay.
And then who's going to be your biggest loser? That's just for me to know. Not for me, for the podcast. I just want to see if we can get some pressure out there on the guys to maybe try to win a couple extra games. So your overall winner and your biggest loser, Mr. Snake. I'll start with you.
All right. Overall winner. No bias here at all. Kyle, I love you. You're doing it because I don't know if you're gonna have another chance at it.
You
Oof.
tried. You tried.
I did
You
try.
tried.
I did try.
You
That-
better do.
I would love to do it this year, but I think it's going to be Diamond. I think Diamond.
Ouch.
Diamond.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the one that hurts.
I think it's gonna be Diamond Dogs. Bro didn't even win the toilet bowl.
Yeah, that was rough.
All right, and our losers?
I'll take the L here. I think it's me.
Oh,
I
buddy.
don't know. It's me. I don't know.
The switch up from
Oh,
he
buddy.
thinks he's going to be the biggest loser to the
The
Emperor.
Emperor,
every
right?
week. You're still alive somewhere.
His humble game just was a season long bet, just once. Mine I had to renew weekly.
He had a fucking weekly subscription for his humble plan. I chose the annual bundle.
I think it's me.
Okay. Okay.
I could see you. I could also see it being Pineapple.
That was a good take.
Good take, bud. Good
That
take.
was a good take.
I think I could see him being on the bottom, which he would love because he wants that 101.
Which he
Oh,
traded
you're
away.
really still in the game of the week here.
The 101 is always important, though, boys, right?
Yes, very much
Alright.
so.
We haven't heard from Jay much today. Jay,
Yeah, how did we do?
I think we should stick to just reporting on the news and not give our 2 cents anymore.
Kind of sucked.
I will say, when we were right, we were right. But when we were wrong, holy fuck, we were wrong.
Right. On that note, we'll close this bad boy up and we will come to a close on season 1 of the Log Pod. It's a long one. I know this episode took us an extra week to get out just due to some scheduling problems, but 20 episodes in the books. How do you boys feel about season 1?
Unlike our predictions, I thought our season was pretty good.
I think we found our flow eventually.
Yeah.
Eventually, it took a bit.
Yeah, definitely the first 2 episodes sucked.
I think there was times. I mean, we had audio issues. We had to figure out virtual or together and quality and all that kind of mess. But that's what happens with stuff in its infancy, if you ask me.
Yeah.
On that note, I hope that you out there listening enjoyed sticking with us the entire year. I hope we didn't bore you to death, and hopefully you'll join us again next season, which, I mean, to be honest, isn't too far away, but a little bit far away. We won't forget about you. Hopefully you don't forget about us. But on that note, I think we will, we love you, and we'll see you next time for a possible season 2. ... See ya.
All we need is commissioner approval to get.
It's
to
yeah,
get
we
a
need
season
to
2.
we need
Who
to
needs
get
fucking commissioner approval, bro? This is our shit.
Fair enough.
Can do it without his approval.
we need the rights to the logo. That's what we need.
Bro,
And the
I'll,
name.
I'll draw it up.
All
I'll
right.
draw it up.
I'll draw one up.
The unofficial log pod is what it'll be next.
Yeah. It'll be the wannabe log pod. I said fucking see ya, and Kyle decided to start talking
Yeah,
about
I know he
fucking
kept
getting
talking. All right.
reference.
Let's get out of here. Come on.
Kyle's trying to drag out the death of the podcast. The podcast is dead. Just let it happen.
It's over. Come on.
It's over. Season 1's done. See you later. Get out of here. Bye.
It's over.
Later.
It's over, Johnny. Put it in a body bag.